Well, hello my friends. How does a dairy-free, soy-free, vegan sour cream sound to you? Completely plant-based. Imagine eating a sour cream that is so good. It's actually better than like regular traditional dairy sour cream. But this one is extremely good for you and has over 15 billion living cultures that helps build the gut health where 80% of your immune system lives. And so it can aid in weight loss and just overall getting healthy. And if weight loss needs to happen, it'll be a byproduct of being healthy. Well, I'm going to show you that sour cream right now. And this is a recipe from a friend of mine, so give credit where credit is due. Her name is Jody Page. She's known as the raw virgin vegan cheese queen of Las Vegas. And here's her little emblem right here. I'm going to be going off of this sheet. So you can do keyword searches and find Jody Page. Jodipaige. Peace begins on your plate. You can find her on Facebook through that. So the ingredients are pretty simple. I'm going to read from the sheet here. 1.5 cups of soaked and drained organic cashews. They're soaked in water right now. Couple of hours, 6 hours, maybe 8, but at least a couple of hours. We're going to be using Bragg's apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon Bragg's apple cider vinegar, raw, unfiltered, 1/4 cup of lemon juice. I've done this a few times already, and typically about 2 lemons or just shy of 2 lemons does the job with that to get a 1/4 cup. Organic lemons. By the way, when you're looking at the PLU number at the produce area of the grocery store, make sure it starts with 9 whenever possible, because 9 is fine. That means 9. If it starts with 9, it's organic. If it doesn't start with 9, it's not. Pretty cool tip, hey? 1/4 cup of water. I'm going to use filtered water instead of regular tap water. And that is about it. Oh, and 1 probiotic capsule, PB8, with lactobacillus and acidophilus. I can't say these words. But that's where the that's where the 15 billion cultures are going to come from. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients, unless you don't count the water. And if you don't count the PB8, 4 ingredients. So it's pretty simple. It doesn't take long to make. So gather up the ingredients. You can do this with me. It's not going to be a quick edit, but I will fluently move through it. So if you need to pause this for a second to get your stuff in line, go for it. And I'll see you when you get back. Welcome back. Let's get started. So I got this blender. I will provide a link to the blender that I use for something like this in the description of this video. And if you don't see it, you can always private message me. I'll send you a link to the stuff that I like using. So I'm going to start with the water-soaked cashews. So I got to drain them because when I add water, I want it to be about whatever it calls for. What was it? 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup, something like that. We'll get to that in a minute. So just got this little colander here. I don't think I need to video that part of it. You know how to drain something. And then I'm going to put it into this blender canister. Dropped one on the floor. See, that's it so far. And if I remember correctly, it was 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Got my cheat sheet here so I don't mess it up. Yep, 1/4 cup of lemon juice and then 1/4 cup of water. I'll just do the water first. 1/4 cup. I always use filtered water when I'm doing something like this, especially if I'm doing something raw, and this is raw. A little more than 1/4. All right. Next is going to be the lemons. I like using a tool like this. It's gets the seed out for you, makes it easy. It's only a few bucks. You can find it in almost any department store. So first, I half the onion. I'm sorry, I half the lemon onion. What am I thinking about? I have no idea. So I got 2 of them, so I'm going to half this one also. And it doesn't matter if it's done long ways or short ways, it really doesn't. So here is how you use something like this. I'm going to reposition the camera for you. So, when I first started using these, I was actually putting them in this way, and that's wrong. And somebody in one of my live feeds said, "No, Tom, that's wrong. That's upside down." I'm like, "No, it's right side up." "No, upside down is right side up." So you put it in this way, and it actually gets out more juice, and you don't get a splattering effect that it used to before, and it does a perfect job, not just a better job, but a perfect job of keeping all the seeds out. And I'm not sure why I just did that. I'm supposed to measure this out, so don't do what I just did. I'm supposed to go in the measuring cup, so I'm not going to edit that out because you still see what you're supposed to do. So, in the measuring cup, since I did a half of a lemon so far, what does 1/2 equate to? All right, cool. I'm going to do simple math in my head and compensate for that mistake. Here's another one. Just a tad under a 1/4 cup to compensate for the half of 1 lemon that I put directly into the canister. So that's about a 1/4 of a cup of organic lemon juice. Remember, 9 is fine, the beginning of the PLU number on these items. All right, reposition my camera for you. Well, hello, welcome back. Good to see your gorgeous face again. All right, so a tablespoon of organic Bragg's apple cider vinegar. And if you don't use Bragg's, make sure it's raw, unfiltered, organic, whatever name brand that you use, okay? And by the way, you saw me flip it upside down for a moment and then back, because stuff settles. The living cultures and so on settle, so I like to bring it up so that I get some of that wholesome goodness in my gut. 1 tablespoon, basically one of these. And I believe that's it. 1½ cup soaked and drained organic cashews, 1/4 cup organic lemon juice, 1/4 cup of water, tablespoon organic apple cider vinegar, 1 probiotic capsule, so you open the capsule up, PB8 with lactobacillus and acidophilus, something like that. From here, this is the only part that's a little tricky, but it's really no big deal. Now that I've done this a few times, I feel like I've got a pretty good hang of it. More than likely, I'm going to have to add some more liquid to get this to the right consistency. So this will be the longest part of the video, most likely, unless I nail it right off the bat. We'll see. I haven't done that yet. But anytime you're working with ingredients in a blender, you know, this happens and it's all good. So let's get this thing going. I damn near nailed it right off the bat. Can you believe it? Whenever I need to add more liquid, I prefer lemon juice over water. I've experimented both ways. You can see what you like, but it just adds more sour to the sour cream and makes it taste so good. So I got my handy dandy little tool, got my lemon back, and for this I don't really need to measure it out. I'm just gonna go by sight and feel and how it looks, the texture of it. So just a half, and I can always add more if that's not enough. I would not be surprised if it's absolutely perfect now. We are going to find out, believe me. Wow, look at that. Oh, this is sanitary. I washed my hands, whatever. I should get that on camera. Yeah, this is it. Just one little adjustment this time around, so I've gotten a lot better. That's some mighty fine sour cream, man. Okay, so you can store this in the refrigerator for, what was it, a week or something like that? I think Jody mentions in his page. Pour into a glass bowl or ball jar and cover with saran wrap. Store. Oh yes, this is important. If you add the probiotic capsules, store in an oven with the light on and or with a covered saucepan filled with boiling water and leave overnight. Taste the next day for desired tartness. So that's pretty cool. The light, by the way, just don't turn the oven on because you want to keep it raw. But the light, leaving the light on over the enzymes in probiotic cultures, the 15 billion cultures, it activates them in a way. I don't really fully understand how it works, but that's what really provides all the gut health. So it's a pretty neat little trick. Now here's what I stored in. Got my little glass container. This is perfect for a thing of sour cream. I also like, this is a staple in my kitchen for many things, because it's not just any old wooden spoon. It's got that slant to it, like so. So what it does is I can scoop in there and really get everything out of the canister. It's also great for stirring whatever in saucepans because it gets everything, you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys know how to do this already, but I'll film it anyway. I'm so dated using words like filming. This isn't film, this is digital. Look at all that. I'm going to show you guys a really great shot of the texture once I get this all in here, because this is looking beautiful. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to have my next baked potato. This also makes a really good sandwich bread. And by the way, one of the future things I'm going to show you is how to make a really good tzatziki sauce, which is great on pita bread and any kind of bread, but more specific to a sandwich bread versus just, you know, sour cream for baked potatoes. I don't like to waste any of this. That's why I use the spoon that I use, and even still I take my time and get all of it out because it's so good. It's a shame to waste any of this, so I get it all out. And by the way, when I do have a baked potato, skin on always. The potato is a superfood for the lungs, also high in potassium, but it has no fiber. But the potassium will undo some of the damage caused by salt to level out your sodium-potassium pump. So that's important, especially people with high blood pressure. Get some good potassium. The potato isn't the only source. There's other sources that don't have the high glycemic load that potatoes have, like a kiwi. Bananas, but they got high sugar, so kiwi is actually a really great source of potassium because it doesn't have the glycemic load and it's got fiber. Talk about a tangent, but it's all connected, right? All right, let me show you the consistency here, the texture of what this looks like, because it is beautiful. There you go, some wonderful sour cream. Plant-based, so rich and creamy, no dairy, no soy, easy to make, just a few ingredients. That is so good. All right. Okay, so to close on this video, I have tons more of these videos, well over 100. I think I'm at 120 something now. Plant-based, whole food meals, a lot of them you can do quickly. Different styles for different people. Go there, TomBerkenmeyer.com. Just like, you know, it's my name, just like how it's spelled on social media, TomBerkenmeyer.com, take out the space, all lowercase, and then follow my YouTube plugin for my, or you can go to my healthy grocery list, the Get Healthy section, and you'll see a link to the videos there, as well as healthy recipes, my very comprehensive healthy grocery list, and 10 plant-based sources of protein, all kinds of stuff. I've also got a plethora, literally thousands of pieces of content on healthy, not just healthy food, but healthy mindset, healthy thoughtful philosophies, So dig through it and cherry pick whatever you want to help you out. I believe in health for the mind and the body and the soul, you know, perfecta trifecta. So cherry pick and please share with your friends. You see something that might help other people out, please share it. Put it out there on social media. Share it one-on-one, whatever it takes. And put some good stuff out there in a sea of a lot of toxicities that we see in our various news feeds online, okay? And maybe I'll close with this note here. An 11-year-old boy once said years ago, I don't know how many years ago it's been, but he said, you're either going to pay the farmers or you're going to pay the hospitals. A very oversimplified, generalized statement, but it makes a great point. So spend a little bit of extra money on getting really great food, organic whenever possible, and don't chimp out on that so that maybe you won't have to spend as much, if anything, at the hospital down the road. You know what I mean? It's a very valid point. And last but not least, for those of you that love health and wellness and fitness, and you want to add more of those things to our lives, and you like making residual and passive money, or learning how to make residual and passive money from adding health and wellness to our lives, then get a hold of me on a one-to-one basis, private message, whatever, and ask me to show you what I've been doing for over a decade now. And I'll show you what I've got, and if it is the right fit for you, then we'll do it together, and we'll do this in our community of people that are doing this too, okay? Take care, everybody. Bye for now. Mwah. I'll see you soon.